Bitcoin bounced from the green candle gods today. Will it hold? What's our next targets? On the daily chart, on the weekly chart. We're going to look at all that and more. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want more help navigating these markets, consider subscribing through Patreon. You get access to our private Telegram alerts group. We keep you up to date on everything, on the red days, on the green days, everything in between, everything that's going on in the markets. Here we go. Bitcoin, after retesting the 67K area, which was the pivot level for the bulls, and we've been talking about this for weeks on our live streams. Speaking of live streams, we do live streams weekly, daily, during the weekdays. Words are hard. Around 3 p.m. Eastern time, 3 to usually 4. If you're tuning in there, right, you can get requests. It's just there to benefit you. Ask for nothing else. All right, so consider looking at our live stream today or any day during the week. All right, let's get right to it. Bounce off the 67K level. As expected, big level. We've retested it several times here. After previous resistance, breakthrough, flip to support, range test highs again, back to range lows again. Hold yet again. And look at this candle. So far, so good. Almost 4%. If we can close above the open here of yesterday's candle at 69.5, that'd be a bullish engulfing and like a controlling bar. Look back here, right? See how you get this big red candle, then a green right back? This is ideally what we're looking for. Doesn't mean you go up indefinitely, right? We came back down a little bit, but would likely mean a local low is in. And then we can go back and test range highs in the days ahead. And then we get our big decision if the big bulls are ready to show up. So if they are, and we're looking at a potential, long-term inverse head and shoulders here with our neckline right up in this area, 73K. And what would our target be? I'm glad you asked. Well, we can take a measured move from our tip of our head there. Go all the way up. You want to go straight up as possible to your neckline. Then you can just take it from there. You just take that same bar, right? We didn't move it. Just if you hold control down on your keyboard, you can copy and paste really easily. And then you paste that right above where you would break out at, and you get your rough estimate. So where would that be? Right around the 92K mark for our target. If we, in fact, close above and do break out of 73K in the days or weeks ahead, our target for the next big move up is 92K. Based on that move from March all the way to potentially June or July, whenever we do, in fact, break out. So keep that in mind. That would be a pretty significant move to the high side, especially for those that sold all the way held down at 57, 58K. Did you sell yesterday? Were you worried yesterday? Were you panicked out? A lot of altcoins, pretty catastrophic dropped yesterday, at least a little bit of a scare. But Bitcoin did not close below 67K, and we talked about this on our live stream. Even though we were under here, 66, we went low. If you don't close under previous resistance, it should hold as support. Right? So we avoided that. We closed back above the support line. Now we're bouncing back up. We need to close back above, ideally, for the bulls, 69.2, these range lows here. We got to get back above that. But more bullish would be a close above the open, which we talked about as 69.5. And then we can look for the range highs here at 71.5. Close above that. And then we're looking at our neckline of 73. And then, poof, 92K is the target. All-time highs, blue skies clear, alt season probably nearby if that all this scenario starts to play out again. Things can really turn on a dime, huh? Yesterday, 24 hours makes a hell of a difference. All right, let's go out to the weekly. Look at how bullish this looks. Retest of the EMA 8, weekly close. Like these are all these lines. We don't need any more on the weekly chart. Just look at how bullish this appears here. Right, we're now working on, last week was our second highest weekly candle close in Bitcoin's history. Did you realize that? Right here. We're now working on our newly second highest close, or maybe highest. All we have to do this week is get above 71.3, and that would be our highest weekly close ever for Bitcoin. That's not that far away, is it? We're looking at another 2%, 2.5%. And we get it. We get it done. And then after test all this in context with after testing the 21-week EMA, way down here, bounce back up. Now we're holding EMA 8 as support after retesting yesterday. All the makings of a bullish move coming. Gaussian channel, well below us. You're like, where is it? You got to go way the hell down here. Weekly Gaussian, that's what you want to see. If your coins, your altcoins are still in the Gaussian channel on the weekly, you've got some issues. So on the live streams, if you haven't seen one of those yet, we color code our charts and coins into green, orange, and red. You don't want to be in red charts. Orange charts are suspect at best. Green charts are the strong ones. Get in those. Hopefully you have most of those. All right. And Bitcoin is a green chart. Knocking on the door 70K. I want to show you something even more bullish here. The 3-day chart. Check this out. Look at this retest. We could potentially get like a Dragonfly Doji on the weekly and a 3-day. The 3-day candle closes tomorrow. So we'll watch for this first. Look how bullish this is. Retest of the 21 range lows. Come back up. Great looking candle there. And then we potentially a couple days after that closes, we could get similar vibes going on the weekly. A lot of good things brewing here for Bitcoin. So let's not fade it too far, get too far ahead of ourselves is what I'm going with. All right. We want to wait for these candles to close, but just throwing out the potentials, the greatness that perhaps awaits us in Valhalla just ahead. All right. Let's get to our quote and card of the day. Keep it short and sweet here. We suffer more in imagination than reality. That's kind of fitting for yesterday. Maybe you were thinking it was going to get real bad, but in the grand scheme of things, zoomed out, not so bad. Most things in life, not as bad as you think they are. All right, let's get to our card of the day, what you all been waiting for. The Porsche 911, 2024, getting tested on the Nürburgring. There's the rear. Best taillight ever. I love the single one there. Words are hard. All right, there's the rear. Work of art. Porsche 911. Alrighty. Any questions you have? Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. Altcoins. A lot of coins flourishing today. Let's see. Fetch up. Great. Injective was up 20% just a fraction ago. Render up 12%. Looking good. Synapse was up like 50% about an hour or two ago. Looking great there. A lot of altcoins moving. Are yours moving or not? Are you in the orange coins? The red coins? Hopefully not. Now's the time to get situated before alt season. Questions? Type below.